This is an idea that came to me when I was out photographing in the city and doing some video as well. And I started thinking about these all kinds of labels that we currently put on ourselves: a photographer, cinematographer, filmmaker, or everything, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be inside the creative space. But I wanted to record this video about my thoughts on the subject. I don't have any answers per se, but these are just things that I wrote down when I was sitting at a cafe a couple of months ago. And I wanted to share them with you, and hopefully it resonates with somebody. Photographer, filmmaker, videographer, content creator. There are many labels that we use to categorize ourselves on different platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or whatever it is. But to me, I feel that these are often more restraints, like being placed inside a small box. And we as humans like to put things into boxes. It's helping us to categorize and define things. But in a creative sense, I feel it's more of an industry convenience than the real truth about what I think matters most, which is identity. So boxes help platforms to categorize people, but growth as a person feels restrictive inside a box. When you're building your identity, you need growth, and when you're inside a box, that feels restrictive to me. I feel that some creative identities, I'm not going to use the word brand because I don't think that fits here. I'm going to talk more about identity. So I think that those identities do not grow through categories, but rather through association. I think about it like this: when someone sees your work on Instagram or wherever, for example your photography, is the first thing that they think, is this person a photographer, or do they think about the feeling that they get when they are looking at the image? And I think that is the more important aspect here. And also, when you define yourself too narrowly, you limit how people imagine working with you. You kind of shift the focus from the experience of working with you to the function of the job, be it photography or whatever. And I'm not saying that function is not important, it is, but the experience matters too, how it feels to be working with you. The function comes from the craft you offer as a creative, whether it's photography, painting, or music, but the experience lives in how people feel when working with you. The preparation, the setup, the photo shoot itself. We are expected to wear many hats nowadays. We have to do photography and we have to do deliverables in video format for Instagram and whatever, and it can be really exhausting. But what we are really, each one of us is bringing to the table is the way we see things and how we translate emotion into visuals. So from that, I came to the conclusion that the more important things are mood over medium, story over format, and intention over deliverables. We have an idea and a visual representation in our heads, at least I do, of the outcome that what it should look like. And then we bring that idea to life. And I feel that it's more of an interpretive way of working. And when you think about it, doesn't it mean that your value is then the ability to move fluidly between observation and direction, between quiet moments and cinematic expression? So we are not just labels. We are us. We are name that we have. And we craft those visuals from the experiences, the music, the movies, everything that has happened to us in our lives. And we use that, which is combined into our whole self. And we use that to create the visual experience. And these are just thoughts and ramblings that I have in my head that I wrote down. And I still do call myself a photographer if somebody asks, because labels or some kind of a direction is necessary all the time. And I do feel that I am a photographer. But there's still much to learn about that craft and many other crafts as well. But anyways, all these kinds of personal branding, that I don't like that word, but but that, and whatever you want to call it, it is difficult, but it is extremely interesting. And I tend to think things through extremely deeply usually. That's just the way I am and how I operate. And I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but it's just the way I am. But if you made it this far, I appreciate it. If some of these thoughts resonated with you, that's awesome. If it didn't, that's fine as well. Have a good one.